Blue is the color, football is the game. We are together to winning is our aim. So cheer us up to the sun and rain. So Chelsea, the biggest club in the world once again. Against West Ham tonight. Chelsea versus West Ham or West Ham versus Chelsea. A match that every single Chelsea fan is excited to watch. Baba, make una take this time analyze that very game. But remember, it is West Ham, and you get one comment where we say Graham Potter made ahead of that very game, which I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. He confirm say it takes a bit of effort. It take a lot of effort with a bit of luck to defeat a team like Chelsea or to even defend against a team like Chelsea. So you know say team wey be say won't come play today no be just play. You know say team wey be say won't come play today. Say if they can be able to draw, send a luck to them. And today we go talk about that very game. If you watch the Crystal Palace game, you can observe one thing. Say they play a low key football. Maybe say they no allow us to penetrate. They play a low block football. They no allow us to penetrate. I'm watching against West Ham today. I think West Ham are a team that is also going to come out. No, they are also going to sit at the back here to stop us. A low block football. Now the question is that if this West Ham of a team comes out with the intention of defending with the same way Crystal Palace did, how can we be able to break them when they tight Mike Kopama? Because if you watch the Crystal Palace game, Kopama was marked out and it be like say the midfield can collapse. So which means without Kopama being able to create one or two chances in the midfield, the team as a whole cannot be able to make chances. And the question, how can Enzo Maresca be ready to solve that very big problem if we face the same issue today? You got my point. This is the thing we say we got to be talking about, because I have come to realize or come to understand that whenever a team plays a low block football, we struggle in that very game. We struggle in each of the very game, and which is the area that Enzo Maresca is here to find solution to us. We don't define solution, but you see this low block football, we define as so difficult to break down teams. So it's a very important thing for Enzo Maresca to also prepare for that if West Ham comes out with that intention of defending the same way Crystal Palace did. But I think in my own way, Crystal Palace has more physicality over that of West Ham. So I think it's going to be a much win. Now, moving on now, the Premier League season have officially started. And that game against West Ham today is a must win, because when I mean it's a must win, nobody should start telling me again we are just starting the Premier League, because whatever happens, you lose or draw against that game, and people who have already won their first game in the first opening day of the Premier League and win their second game are likely to be giving you like 4-point gaps or 5-point gaps if you should lose. So I think whatever Enzo Maresca is doing today, he should act fastly. West Ham go come out, go initiate gara. I watched their game against Sunderland, so they were playing nothing. So I don't see any reason why, with the quality of players we say we get and the money we say we don't spend, why we not go win West Ham. I know say football is something that happens sometimes, so but in seeing this game, Chelsea must do everything, and the fans as a whole are expecting a very huge winning, and this is where I start counting our game of the season. You got my point. This is where I starting my game. So I would like to also know your prediction on that very game. Now moving on now, which starting lineup you should expect. In my last video, I also told you guys that Maresca confirmed last night, where we are all sleeping, that Estevao Williams could likely be in contention for starting his first ever Chelsea competitive game against West Ham after his brilliant performance against Crystal Palace. Because if Estevao Williams can be able to take on one-on-one on McGee, the likes of their left back, many strong players there, if he can be able to take them one-on-one and dribble them, I think Enzo Maresca should give him a try against West Ham. Let him start. You got my point. Let him start. Let us see what he can be able to be able to bring up to the table, and I think he's going to do wonders. Pray for the defenders of West Ham, because they go collect one or two things today. So Enzo Maresca on the other line, Tosin is back. I think Tosin could be starting alongside Chaluba. Why Wesley Fofana could be coming from the bench, because Enzo Maresca say if he gets 1 or 2 minutes today. And in the midfield, Moses Caicedo in his place, the likes of Enzo Fernandez could likely be starting, or Enzo Maresca could likely try to use Andros Santos or another player in that very big position. Remember, Lavia is still out. That of Badishi is still out, so there is no way for them to be in this very big squad against West Ham. And I would also like to know your opinion. Which should Enzo Maresca start in the striking area? Because in the last game, Joao Pedro struggled because of a low block, and I came. Liam Delap came because the physicality we be saying get into 1 or 2 things, and Enzo Maresca don't give the reason why we be say that of Joao Pedro is more good than that of Liam Delap, saying they give am vibes we be saying what why Liam Delap they play more on physicality. But anyway, whatever it is, Enzo Maresca should find solution and do the rightful thing. If you want to start Estavo, start Estavo. Any player wey be say you wan start, make sure say na players wey go give us wetin you want. So make I know wetin you think under the comment section. Drop your prediction under the comment section. My own, I will be going for Chelsea to win that game with a very big clean sheet, 3-0 against West Ham. Clean sheet, na wetin I dey expect. So my own, make I know your prediction, and don't forget to share this video. Thanks for watching.